Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Starseed Ambassador. I'm here with the amazing and lovely Altea, this beautiful soul that I just love doing videos with. How are you doing?
I'm really good, thanks, Keeley. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, I'm doing good. So today we're going to talk about the work that Altea does and like the session that we did. She did some psychic surgery on me. I guess that's what you would call it, right?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, and it was really intense. I felt a lot of things, and she just was so spot on with everything that she found. She, you know, we've done a couple of videos together, but we don't know each other like personally yet. And when she came through with like all this information, I was blown away. I was absolutely blown away. And I just, you know, I want people to know that she is so talented. If any of you Starseed light workers, anybody that is having issues and, you know, is open to the woo-woo stuff, because like I'm totally into that, and it's
Yeah,
it's how I live my life.
I
But
think you can tell a lot about someone from their energy field. Like that's what it's like for me. It's always a surprise. So whenever I go in and work on someone, I never really know what to expect. And
I
then
can imagine.
I just, yeah, I mean, I just channel information. I mean, it's not, it doesn't really make sense most of the time to me, but then I'll relay and then to the other person's like, oh, actually. And I was like, yeah, well, I'm glad it makes sense to you because for me, you know, it's a very deep cleanse of the whole chakra system. And yeah, so I just do a lot of work on your system. Where it's needed, I'll stay longer. And then where it's less needed, I'll stay less. I'll ground, balance, align everything. I shield your field at the end as well. And it's just a very complete service, if it makes sense. So there's
It
cord
is.
cleansing, there is psychic surgery, whatever is needed. And it's remote. That's the nice thing, that you get to be in your own space. We don't even need to do a video. You just get to be in your own space, and I'll do my work from my side. So, yeah.
It was amazing, and I could feel it. I was
A
getting
lot of people
having
see
like warm feelings, and
they see a lot of people see me. They say, you were in the room with me, and I'm like, yeah, well, I came there to work, not in third dimensional
I
density,
was.
in another density, but I did come there to work. And they'll feel, sometimes people will tell me they'll feel pressure in specific points where I'm working on and stuff. So it's very exciting.
Yep.
I think even
It is.
non-believers, I've had so many women who come to me and they're like, no, my husband doesn't believe. And then he's like, no, I'm going to get him a session with you. And then I work on the husbands and they're like,
Yes.
where did you find her?
What happened? I know.
So
I know. It is literally a beautiful thing. It's so amazing though. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And I don't know. It really blew my mind. And I don't know. I'm very grateful that I know you and that you are in my field now, because it's after I had that done, a lot of things shifted for me, like a lot of anxiety. I know that you picked up on a lot of fears that I had, and you know, we all are having fears right now. After that, I started to, my fear was like half, you know. And I want to tell everybody too that if you watched our last video together, I did a healing session with Altea before she did the psychic surgery, and I was walking with a cane. I wasn't able to really walk without it, without extreme pain. And after that session, the very first one, my pain was half. Like I don't use my cane anymore, which is crazy. It's so cool. Thank you for that.
It's a pleasure.
But,
I have goosebumps everywhere. It made me so happy after you said that. So the first work that we did together was actually a collective healing, which I have one coming up now. Yeah, on the 12th.
On the 12th.
Yeah.
You guys have to check that out. $12, right? On the 12th.
Yeah, it's $12.
And it's amazing.
It's 45 minutes of recorded light language, channeled by me, and it's really nice. Like really, really, like, it's nice, but it's also intense. And this one that I have for me, it's quite
It
a
is.
special one, yeah. And if you miss it, that's also okay, because everything is up on my website and you can still buy it for $12. So I have the one that Keeley did actually as well, which I think was the February one, up on my website. I've got
Yes.
March and April. So those three are up on my website, and now the May one is coming up in, I think, about a week or so. So tickets are only $12.
Yeah.
We'll leave all my links here below so you guys can just
And,
check out.
yeah. And you do them every month on the 12th, right? For
Every month,
$12.
yeah.
And it is like, it is so powerful. It is so real. Like you said, it doesn't matter if you're a believer or non-believer. Once you do it, you are a believer after. And so that was the whole reason for me doing the next one, was because I was just like, that was intense. So I want to know, like, my chakra system. I wanted all of that. I felt so good, almost like I had taken like a shower, like an energetic shower.
A cleanse. Well, that's what it is.
Yeah. I felt very clean in, energetically, and very focused. Like I had a lot of just like scattered,
clear, very clear.
Yes, very clear, very clear. And it was just it was awesome. I'm so grateful, and I want to share this with everybody.
I think a lot of time people, they're not aware. Like, I myself go to someone once a month to have a clearing done as well. Obviously, because I'm working with a lot of people, I clear myself every day, but it's still not the same having someone else do it. And we always forming cords and interacting with them every single day. And if you're not aware of it, the cords will then get stuck and create density and just really, like, weigh you down. So that's why it's important to actually get your system cleared on an energetic level. And remember, everything is fine on an energetic level. Everything sorts itself out in the physical. Every physical problem that we have, I'm going to get, okay, not everyone is going to agree with this. It's okay. It's my opinion. Take it or leave it. Use your own discernment. But in my opinion, anything that is wrong with the physical comes from an energetic imbalance.
Absolutely.
Karmic,
100%.
Whether it's in this lifetime, in a past lifetime, whether it's something you're carrying through, and manifest. Like, the physical symptoms is the last thing of our body to tell us something's wrong, because first you use your intuition, and you feel, and you're like,
right,
this is working, this isn't working, whatnot. And then it manifests itself physically. So I came across this really interesting information recently as well, that someone had said, which made so much sense to me when I heard it. Autoimmune diseases are actually people not being grounded enough. If you're not grounding enough, your body, like your soul, isn't enough in your body. And so it's basically trying to stay in, and your body starts fighting itself to keep your soul in, because you're not grounded enough. You're going too often astral, or you're too much outside of your body, which is not, I mean, it's not
that makes sense.
It's not necessarily a bad thing, but does it make sense? Yeah. So it then becomes an autoimmune disease. So I just thought that was quite interesting. Yeah.
That's really cool. And that makes total sense. And just with my hip, I know that that's energetic. I know that that's energy that got stuck somehow, and I just didn't know, because the problems with my hip started before my awakening, and it just, I don't know, it just kind of like got worse and worse after my awakening, because there's something that I need to, I've been told that that's part of fear of moving forward. I've been told, that it's past life stuff.
Yeah, that would make sense. Past life stuff that you're carrying through.
Yeah, and it's always been my left leg that gets injured. At 19, I got injured. I had to have back surgery, and I have major nerve damage in my left leg. There's something with my left leg, and I feel like it is past life something. But it's it's just crazy that all of this stuff that I've learned since my awakening is it's just the most powerful information
I do past life clearings as
grateful.
well. So if people are interested, I do past life clearings as well. I'll go in. It's a little bit longer than a normal clearing session, but it is something that I do in my work too. I just go in and clearing.
Well, then we're gonna do that. That's the next thing I want to do with you.
I do suggest first.
Seriously, I'm making an appointment.
I do suggest first to do just a clearing. Even the collective one is fine, just because I work in layers. So this is what I always explain to my clients. I work in layers. So for me to go in deeper, I need to have done clearing before, because the deeper I go, the more I can work.
Sure.
I can't go in straight away deep,
Okay.
because I need to clear before, if it
Yeah.
makes sense.
Okay. I'll do
So
the
I can't
clearing
go
on the
into
12th.
someone's galactic past lifetimes the first session. I mean, I can ask, but do you know what I mean? Like, it's better to just,
Right.
you know, do it in layers, if it makes sense.
Yes. No, well, I'll do the clearing on the 12th, and then I'll make the appointment to do the past life clearing, because it's almost healed. It's almost healed. It's just, there's just a little bit more that needs to be released, and then I'll be doing back handsprings.
No, I was just gonna say,
But
cartwheels in the living room.
yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's just so many things, guys, that she can do. And I just, right now with the energy, we're going to talk about that too, the 555 portal, right? And these energies that are coming through, and she'll explain, how it can make you feel really bad, or it can make you feel really good, depending on your energetic
Also basically
body.
like the way to understand portals and stuff is basically like, whatever you're feeling in that moment, the portal is just going to amplify it. So if it's the same for portals on Earth, portals outside Earth, it's energy coming through. So whatever your mood is in, if you're in a bad mood and it's a day that there's particular lot of energy coming through, that's going to be amplified. Doesn't mean that you're not healing or releasing or integrating or receiving the energy. It's still working, but how you're going to react to it, it's a little bit different. That's why it's really important to be grounded whenever we have energy and stuff coming through, because you want to be able to receive it in the best possible way, and being like, I mean, you can still do your own stuff and carry on with your day and whatnot, but just be in alignment. Some other information that I came across, which I thought was very interesting, that we mentioned earlier, is that basically Earth is now shifted into entering fourth dimension positively polarized energy. So we've left third dimensional and energy. The actual Earth itself, this is not everyone as an individual. That's different, because we still exist in third dimensional density and the solid density, but the Earth in itself, if it makes sense, it's quite like complex. Like sometimes you existing in third dimensional density, but the goal is to be living in fifth dimensional frequency and density. So it can be a little bit confusing, because you exist in this physical plane, but you can be living energetically on the higher plane, if it makes sense. So
yes.
Yeah. So
that's crazy. It really is.
There's big shifts going on with the planet, with humanity. So if you're releasing more, if you're more irritable, if your dreams are like all over the place, that's also fine. Like I was sent a light language clearing about 2 weeks ago that I did a thing on my channel, and I said, guys, what do you want me to channel next? So because I asked the collective, and then people voted and stuff, and then I was like, well, why am I asking people? Because I just do what they send to me anyway.
Right.
I was like, I asked, and they wanted me to do the one thing, and then I was like, oh, that's really cool, let me see, like, let me do that, let me get in my pyramid. And then they were like, nope, you're doing a blood clearing. So I did a very intense video on clearing the blood system from toxins, the nervous system, the liver, the kidneys, the bladder, the spleen.
Awesome.
Just a very clear clearing of the blood. And I think they've been sending me that because of, I don't know, this is just my impression. I don't want to say words that then we get banned, but because of the V, a lot of people's blood is being intoxicated, and
I agree.
Yeah. So that's my personal Altea opinion, what came, but the video is just the general blood clearing. It's not for that. I mean, do it for that, but do you know what I mean? It's just, yeah.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. And yeah, so I mean, do you want to talk about the 5? I mean,
oh yeah,
I'll edit that out. We kind of just talked about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought I actually only found out during the portal that there was a portal. I mean, for me sometimes it's just, I don't.
So Me too. I used to really keep up on all of this stuff, and then my awakening kind of made a shift, and now I'm really just very focused on my guides. Like I have a Pleiadian guide that I'm just really creating a relationship with her, and not really paying attention to the astrology like I normally do, and just yeah,
Yeah,
it's just been kind of like my
think
own little
will come through if it needs to come through anyway. Do you know what I mean? I think
yes.
obviously you can look for it and use your own discernment and whatnot, but don't plan your week around the portal opening.
No, I figure, now, if it enters my field like it did yesterday, where I heard that and I was like, oh yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
it was
But
for me. I mean, yeah, it was.
yeah, but I don't really look for it anymore. It's like, I really used to look for those things because I was really just summoning like any energy that I could get, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
tried to use those portals any way that I could. So
But I guess
yeah,
that's also, how can I say, spiritual growing up in a way. In the beginning, you
it
want
is.
and have everything and whatnot. So what I always say to my clients whenever I work with them,
It
because
is.
I do coaching as well. So I coach people through their awakening and helping using their gifts, activating their psychic intuition, connecting
Yes.
to their guides and stuff like that. I do that kind of work as well. I've got 2 programs on my website, one for 6 weeks and one for 6 months as well. So you get to choose. Or I've got individual sessions as well. But it's always very interesting because the ones who are like, no, I want to learn how to access my Akash. I want to access my Akashic records. I want to see, and I'm like, I understand because I used to be like that. And then I was only able to access information
Yes.
when I released attachment to accessing information. So when you're not going to care about access,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
when you're going to get it. Like now,
Exactly.
like, no, enough. I don't want to access, like, leave me alone.
It's so true. Literally, when I let all of that go is when my guides were there, but it's when my guides really came in and I was able to see them. Like I'm seeing their energy and lights and stuff. And it was like, because in the beginning I was just like, please, I want to, connect with you.
Yeah,
That's a low frequency. You're
yeah,
lowering your frequency. You
attachment. Yeah,
cannot meet them,
yeah.
and so I realized that, like you said, the attachment, that's low frequency. If you're feeling that, you
Brings you,
can't
yeah.
meet them.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
crazy. It's
It's
crazy,
a bit of a paradox,
and
you're like, when you don't want to speak to them,
it
you
is.
start speaking to them. Yeah. Yeah.
It
I get it.
really, really, and then now I'm in the relationship now with her. It's like, it's we're communicating every day, every single day, and I know who she is now. Like for the longest time, I had no idea. I could feel the energy. My hearing would be like, would go away. I'd hear like pitches and, different things like that. And now it's just completely different. It's like, I don't know.
I think important
There's
to
that,
say as well is that whenever you're trying to connect to your guides, you need to understand that they don't connect to us linearly. It's not a linear way of thinking. So you
no,
question, they're not going to send you the answer written on a piece of paper on the floor. Do you know what I mean? They'll work
right?
through the numbers, they'll work through nature. They work a lot through nature. Like for me, I
Yes,
communicate a lot with butterflies. So I know if there's a butterfly passing, then, there's a specific thing or whatnot. So it's always non-linear, or like, I don't know. It's difficult
yes.
to give examples because of it being so out of the box, but you need to really switch your perception. That's something
Pay
else
attention.
that I help people. Yeah, well, yeah, switch your perception and pay attention. And how do you do that? You in the
Yeah,
moment. So you detach from everything and you bring yourself
get
back to
present. Yeah,
so in the present moment. So you're able to see the different messages or what it is that they send to you. So that's something else that I think.
it's crazy if you just sit out in nature and just ask to be communicated with.
Yeah,
It's crazy. Like the clouds will move in certain ways for me. Like I'll see like bald eagles I see all the time. And we're in Washington, so they're like kind of close to us, but everywhere we were, they're not really close. And we would, I don't know, ants are a big thing for me. Like when you're really paying attention, everything that comes into your field is a message.
Not just seeing, you need to look, not just, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You need to
absolutely
look, feel.
Absolutely. I had a hummingbird come right in front of my face and just stand there, like just fly right there. And I was like,
wow. Okay.
I was trying to communicate with my dad, and then
oh, wonderful.
And I was like, wow, it's just so amazing. And just all different things. It's like a playground for me. I love it.
So
I love it.
I think I'm gonna maybe open channel a bit and see what comes through.
Please. That's it.
Yeah, we're gonna see what is needed at this point in time for the collective. I'm just going to take a few deep breaths, because I can hear them. They're telling me, they're like, okay, now it's time. We're gonna come through. Whatever you need to say it, get it done, because we here. I can literally
so excited
next to.
I just love your channel so much.
Thank you, my dear.
You're welcome.
Rayane te kusa metiare tikane kere inayetu mi ni ke resite ke resina tikorame tienete esayo neri aneki niete se en mare tuke ena riesine mare ni karata rese notari kaka chiamare tie in iesi ieni a niare si kuate kasiat kanare si eneri mayate kayatara Wateni inakeya sin matekuri te ke rarararara niamati koresie kuna eri nie kumariesie konariesie konariamate. Okay. This is actually a Kundalini activation for the spine that they're sending me through. It's white light, white light, white light, white light, white light. Yase teresit kanare set kara yanma enoye iate kuna yesi meyeti oresi in oresina. Okay. I'm seeing lots of water. Aresiane ayate eneya resienakia are eneya renake yameti siene kura te konaya. Okay. So really allowing the emotions to flow. Allowing them to flow in your system. Yeah, you'll feel this on your spine. I mean, on the spine, the connection they send to all the nervous system and everything else in the body. Yate kares yat kanara et karasiana kemare tukane. Rayetina ye noteke isate kuna yerekia ikasie tikora ye tukane ya terasia ya ratekana yet karasia inatiarasia. Yeah, focus when the new moon comes in Taurus. Water flowing, letting go, releasing. Yane karesiet kunaresie matiarasiet kun maria ene yet yetu karesie no kanate. Also, creativity, guys. Tap into your creative side. It'll help with releasing emotions and stuck things. It'll help with the throat chakra as well. And releasing any creative blockages. Yanera ketai sie tani keresie nike enetiere sie kenetiere sie matkiana. Yare tu kanera etora sie nikane ineyeti ayete nguna se karatiene. Hmm. Ooh, okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. I was just
You're
saying,
so welcome. Thank you.
I was just saying in my latest video now, even my channel changes like every now and then it just changes on how things come through. Sometimes they'll come in English, sometimes only in light language, sometimes in both. Sometimes it feels very energized, sometimes it feels slowed down. So yeah, it's always interesting for me as well to see what it is that's needed for the collective. So this was a lot of work on the spinal cord. I think, well, what I saw was
Amazing. Thank you.
actually branching off, and then the water. I actually saw water flowing in and out of the spinal cord, just to clearing and maybe like hydrate
Cool.
a lot and drink lots of water. Yeah, that's the image that I actually saw. So I just thought that was quite interesting.
Very cool.
Yeah,
That
and then
is. That's very cool.
creativity
Cool.
as well. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm so grateful. Such gratitude. Thank you for that. And thank you so much for doing these videos with me.
Of course.
They're so precious to me, and definitely to the people that watch them, because I think the first video that we did together is my most watched
Oh, amazing.
video.
Wonderful. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for having me. It's always such a pleasure. I really like, it just makes me happy to be able to give as much as I can back to the collective, because that's really what we here
I
for,
appreciate it.
to support each other. So thank you so, so much for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here. I just love you so much, and we will see you soon. Hopefully we'll do another video and show everybody some new stuff.
Definitely.
Everybody have a wonderful day. Infinite blessings to all of you, and we love you so much. Namaste.
Thank you. Bye.